case of a car accident where one of the drivers gets out and shoots the other driver. A second person charged, Anthony Ian Santos Ruiz, also pleading not guilty Wednesday. Federal prosecutors allege both people followed the agent's vehicle for 20 to 30 minutes before the collision and confrontation. They say Martinez took defensive fire from a Border Patrol agent. Next hearing is next month.
ABC's Chuck Sievertson. The New York State Department of Health confirming a case of locally acquired chikungunya on Long Island. It marks the first case of the mosquito-borne virus locally acquired in New York and the first locally acquired case in the U.S. since 2019. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Free tomorrow night in Los Angeles. NBA, the Bucks losing to the Thunder last night, 116-112. They finished the preseason with a record of 3-1. The Bucks season opener a week from tonight when they host the Washington Wizards. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the low 40s. And mostly cloudy tomorrow, a slight chance of a shower and a high in the low 60s. Partly sunny for Friday, a high in the low 70s, a few showers and storms around. The weekend looks cooler. It's 55 right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, a very important case before the Supreme Court. Will they gut what...
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who has a black and white plasma TV, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Nite Lite. Welcome, people. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It is time for Nite Lite. It is time for us to come together as a community, as a society, and talk about really fun stuff that brings us together, like movies, TV, comedy, music, and the beautiful state of Wisconsin. And Kim Kardashian. We'll get to that in just a minute. I can't.
It's a great article, great read. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Enough for sharing that with me. That is the voice of Conrad Krieger, working the board tonight. Hey, buddy.
Hey. Yeah, how's
it going?
It feels like it is really transitioning now to fall.
Yeah, I agree. But that's okay. It was beautiful today. I woke up early to the sound of jackhammers in the street.
That's a great way to wake up.
There's always something in my neighborhood going on. They're always fixing a street or digging up my cable line or my electrical line or something, or someone with a chainsaw, with a leaf blower. And it always starts bright and early. But that's okay. It was a gorgeous day. I was glad to be up a little early today. And, yeah, fall is upon us. And it's supposed to be a nice week. It's supposed to be warm at least through the weekend, so I can dig that, you know. Did you golf today?
No, I did not.
Right.
But I still got in the gym, so that's an activity.
Yeah.
That's activity at least.
I got a walk in, and I will say this. I got a brisk 45-minute walk in, and I had a moment where I thought to myself, wow, I'm walking, and this is exercise to me. Like when I was your age, young Pete would have been very disappointed in old Pete because I was hitting it hard. You know, I was doing the weights and all that kind of stuff. And no, I take a walk now. That's my workout.
No matter what age you are, getting steps in is really important.
Absolutely. I don't mean to denigrate people that walk because I'm one of them, but I kind of have a bad knee. I'm not going to run on pavement anymore. I just think it's stupid. Exercycles bore the living daylights out of me. A treadmill, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I got to put a podcast on a walk, and that's the only way I can tolerate cardiovascular activity. When I was volunteering, I was in a middle school, and I was running the stairs there, and that was great. I would go there at night when no one was there, just run stairs for 40 minutes. That was one of the best workouts I ever had. And weirdly enough, it was not like high impact on your knees because when you go up, you're not really coming down hard. Then I would take my time going down, walk the hall, come back, do it again. That I miss. I almost, maybe I'll start volunteering again so they give me a fob to get into the school so I can run stairs. Other than that, honestly, like what cardiovascular workout excites you?
None of them.
None?
Yeah, then I really only do a treadmill for a little bit to warm up.
Yeah.
And then I just I'm not going.
I do that thing you do, though, with the weights. I don't take any time in between, so I get a good 30-minute workout. But I would love to, play Frisbee Ultimate again or a game. That's a fun exercise, Time goes by quickly.
Yeah. I guess I do shoot some hoops sometimes before a workout to get a warm-up in instead of walking on the treadmill or something like that because playing basketball is way more exciting than walking on the treadmill.
Get a couple dunks in. I hear you. A couple whirly birds.
Well, yeah, they have to lower the hoop for me first.
A 7-footer. I know there were times in my life when all I wanted to do was go out and shoot hoops, and I could do it for an hour. And now I could still do it. Why wouldn't I still do that? I don't know what happens to people. I guess I got a radio show, and this takes up quite a bit of my time, so I don't have as much time to shoot hoops as a middle-aged man.
You need to get one for your garage,
Yeah, we need one of those Nerf hoops in here.
Yeah, so you could shoot your paper at it.
Yeah, I need a little work on my set shot. Hey, we got a fun show tonight, folks. Recently, this was kind of a drag. MTV announced no more music channels, no more music videos, which was a little bit disappointing. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I stopped watching MTV eons ago. I don't know if people still watch it. I think now everybody's on the go. Nobody sits on their couch and watches a music video anymore, right?
No, I mean, I'll watch it on YouTube if I like the artist.
Right. Yeah, same. And so my buddy Mike Siegel told me about this. He said, yeah, it's done. No more music videos. And I said, well, we got to talk about that because Mike was actually a VJ on VH1 for 2 or 3 years. So he lived that kind of cool lifestyle of the VJ lifestyle. So Mike will come on here tonight at 6:35. We'll talk about MTV, our favorite videos. You guys can get in on that conversation. You can comment, as you know, on anything we're talking about throughout the course of the show at 855-752-4842. Be part of the conversation. Mike will be here at 6:35. He also hosts a great podcast called Travel Tales. He loves to travel. He's been all over the world. He was in Des Moines, Iowa, Conrad.
And that's pretty exciting.
Have you been?
Have I been? I have not.
Okay. So Mike will be here at 6:35. Then our pal Tim Sowers drops by at 7:35 to tell us what's coming up at the Overture Center. And Tim always has great takes on TV shows. He's a very He's kind of a cinephile and a small screenophile, too. He likes his TV and movies as well as the live shows. So we'll talk to Tim about that at 7:35. Always fun. But I think tonight, we're going to get a good response on our question of the night. So I think we should get that. This is the Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
Who is your favorite grouch? It is National Grouch Day, folks. And even if it wasn't National Grouch Day, I would still ask this question. I love this question. I love grouches. They're funny. They say funny things when they're in bad moods. I'm one of them at times. Conrad can attest to that. So who's your favorite grouch? Help us celebrate National Grouch Day and let us know. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can drop us a stream comment if you're watching the radio on YouTube, X, or Facebook. Or you can text us on the app. Let us know who your favorite grouch is. This is a fun one. We got a lot of good social media responses. I'll read those shortly. So, all right, dude, let's get this out of the way, too. The Brewers down 0-2 at home.
Oh,
they have to win. Now they got to win 2 out of 3.
It's just...
is it 2-3-2? We talked about this last night. I couldn't remember.
It's 2-3-2, yeah.
Okay. So they got... Now, listen, here's the thing. Here's what I would say to Brewer fans. You guys took over the regular season with a really long win streak. Like, they're certainly capable to get hot enough and take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. And they did that already. Didn't they sweep the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium?
They swept the Dodgers in the regular season.
Okay.
But that's regular season.
Right. Okay. But
the Dodgers are just so hot right now. Like, everything they do just completely they outplayed us in every single aspect of the game.
Really?
It's
I didn't see any of the game last night. I was working on other stuff, but I was kind of following it. I was like, oh, man.
Their pitcher, he did a complete game.
Did he? He went the distance?
He played all 9 innings, yeah.
Boy, that's kind of rare now, isn't it?
I think he had like 3 or 4 hits.
Whoa. Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, just it was like watching paint dry last night, pretty much. The Brewers just kept grounding out.
Yikes.
And, our Freddie was pitched really well, and then the bullpen came and kind of made it worse. And
so he'll pitch again.
Hopefully Freddie can.
The Dodgers ace will pitch again. Ideally, if you can get past their ace and then win one more game, anything can happen if it comes back.
The thing is we're trying to get to that bullpen.
Yeah.
The Dodger bullpen, because I mean, in the first game we saw they went to the bullpen and we had runners in scoring position before Bryce Terang struck out, but it's really hard to get past those starting pitchers. That they're really good for the Dodgers.
Yeah. And they're the defending they've been there too. I think that means something. Like when you get in the playoffs,
they've been there many times.
True. So hang in there, Crew fans. When is the tomorrow? Right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, and then they do 3 in a row in LA.
They might. I don't know if they do 3 in a row. They might take one day off, but I believe it's back to back, game 3 and game 4. So
okay. Let's let's pivot and talk about Kim Kardashian. Speaking of LA. Speaking of LA and the worst it has to offer. So you saw this article. You sent it to me. It's a new line of underpants.
Yep.
And they're thongs with fake pubic hair.
Yeah.
So now the trend was like, get rid of the hair or groom it. Now they just want it like wildfire. And these thongs, Conrad, in this picture, there's like bushy hair coming out on the side. How is that a look? Someone wants that look?
It's weird.
They should, I don't know. This is really strange.
I don't know what the team behind that design was thinking.
See, if I brought that up, I'd be fired immediately. That's great, Pete. Thanks. Here's your 2 weeks. Available in 12 faux hair and thong color variations with straight and curly textures. The thongs are currently sold out. This is what's the matter with society. Kim Kardashian puts it out there, and there's a certain amount of people that are going to buy it.
Yeah. What color are you going to go with?
Well, it says with this iconic new panty, your carpet can be whatever color you want it to be.
So you can go with like a purple?
I've always wanted to be a redhead down below. This is so weird.
The carpet can match whatever color you want.
Whatever color your drapes are. No, this is how bored we are as a society. Like, there's a much easier way to have hair down there.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Oh, like people are at home. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, what?
I didn't see the price for those, but I'm guessing they're not cheap either.
I bought a 6-pack. It's pretty. It's reasonable.
200.
They throw in a Sydney Sweeney bar of soap.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I just don't like her. And there's very few people, and at least some people I'll go, I don't like them, but like Mark Wahlberg, we talked about him the other day. I said I never need to see another Mark Wahlberg movie.
By the way,
yeah,
he's doing another sequel.
To which horrible franchise?
Apple released a movie last year around this time called Family Plan. And there's Family Plan 2. They go to London.
Of course.
And guess who's the bad guy?
John Lithgow.
That would be hilarious.
Who is it?
Jon Snow, Kit Harington.
Oh, really?
Which I looked at the comments, it's like, why is Jon Snow in this?
Yeah. Well,
it's supposed to be in
sure.
Game of Thrones.
I don't get it. But I'll say Mark Wahlberg, why London? What? He's got to bring that sassy Boston attitude to London. But this is like, I just don't like her. I don't think she's talented. She's good at marketing.
Yeah, I guess she is.
I don't like her mom. I don't like her stupid brother. I don't like her sisters. I didn't really like her dad.
It's just, you don't like the whole family is what you're saying.
No, I don't. And the dad, you knew OJ did it when you saw Kardashian's face. When they announced that verdict, he looked like he was going to faint. He couldn't believe it. So he knew that. Whatever. But you know what, folks? If you want a pair of Kim Kardashian underpants and you don't care what color hair is peeking out of them, go for it. I've got a new Halloween costume as far as I'm concerned. Okay, folks, we are coming back. We're going to read your text. Our question of the night: who's your favorite grouch? Could be me after that last little tirade. We'll share our answers with you, and I've got a really funny clip of my favorite grouch. That's coming up next on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
And it breaks my heart when a teardrop falls. I wanna cry, cry, cry alone when you feel blue.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
There was a time when barbecue was perfect. A strong, reliable flavor that could be counted on. But then big manufacturers decided that barbecue needed to be zesty or spicy or sweeter or whatever. If you miss the good old days of great tasting barbecue, we'd like to introduce you to Grandpa's Barbecue. Made in small batches from Grandpa's original recipe. Buy yours online today at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Join
every day the sun would shine. Take me to another place.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me. I was a little late getting back in the building, I have to admit, because I found two guys to be a part of our Nite Lite Window Fund. Really good dudes. They had soccer shirts on, and they're from overseas. And I said, "Are you guys soccer players?" And they started cracking up. Like, I just don't understand what's so funny about that. Like, they look like soccer players. Did you take the picture?
No, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding.
It's so funny when there's a language barrier. Like, I was like, why are they laughing? Like, I don't know. Maybe I said something. Maybe they heard me talking about Kim Kardashian's underpants. I don't know. All right. So our question of the night, folks, is who's your favorite Grouch? It is National Grouch Day. And I think Con went first last night. I'm going to go first. I changed my answer. I said Walter Matthau because he's funny in everything. And he's really grouchy. He's got that kind of sad sack face. And then Danny Wheels, posted Frank Costanza. And I changed my answer because I think Estelle Costanza is maybe the funniest person I've ever seen on TV. She plays George's mom. I'm completely blanking on her name. Her name is Estelle. Why can't I think of her name? I'll find it. But anyway, she is my favorite Grouch by far and away. And I have a quick clip here. I'd like to play this. We'll do the short one right now, Con. This is Estelle because she yells out because Frank Costanza, George's dad, is selling computers out of their garage. And he offers Lloyd Braun, George's arch rival, and George, whoever wins and sells the most computers. He's trying to compete with IBM. A free water pick. And George's mom does not like that at all. Okay.
You're late again, Costanza, so listen up. Starting tonight, we're having a little sales contest. The loser gets fired, the winner gets a water pick.
You're not giving away our water pick!
Serenity now! You know what? It doesn't matter.
That, of course, from the famous Serenity Now episode, which is hilarious. One of the funnier later episodes of Seinfeld. Let's play the other one, Con. It's like a minute long, and this is George moving back home because he's lost his job and his life has taken a downturn. It's George, Jerry, and Kramer moving George back to Frank and Estelle's house.
Careful with the suitcases. We just painted.
Hello, Mrs. Costanza.
Hello, Kramer. Close the door.
Well, I gotta bring in some more stuff.
More stuff?
Yep.
How much is there?
There's more.
So, how are you, Jerry?
Fine, Miss Costanza. Hey, I got a terrific joke for you.
Nah, not interested.
No, it's really funny. There's these two guys.
Tell it to the audience. Here, I made some bologna sandwiches.
Bologna? Nobody eats bologna anymore.
What are you talking about? Have a sandwich.
No, thanks.
Oh, stop it. You don't want one, Kramer?
No thanks.
I think you're all a little touched in the head. You're so worried about your health? You're young men.
I really don't eat it.
What am I going to do with all these sandwiches? Will you take them home? Give them to someone in your building?
I don't know if I feel comfortable handing out bologna sandwiches in the building.
That's so great. She is hilarious. And the one where the episode where they do the contest, and she comes home and finds George treating his body like an amusement park, to quote Estelle, and she throws her back out and she's in traction, is so funny too. I could have clipped about 10 different things of her clips. But that's my favorite Grouch. How about you, Con?
I got two. One of them's kind of festive because it's getting closer to Halloween.
Huh?
Have you ever seen the movie Monster House?
No.
It's great. It came out in like 2006, so it was one of my childhood Halloween movies. Kind of scary for a little kid,
okay.
But it was still a good movie. But this guy, his house is like alive pretty much, and he lives in it, and it's played by Steve Buscemi.
Oh, love Steve Buscemi.
And his name's Nevercracker, but he's like the classic, like, get off my lawn.
Right.
So him is up there, and then the other one is Mr. Heckles from Friends.
He's a good Grouch.
And I got a clip of you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. It's some of his good moments. And
No, Mr. Heckles, no one is making any noise up here.
You're disturbing my oboe practice.
You don't play the oboe.
I could play the oboe.
Then I'm going to have to ask you to keep it down.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm going to be Chandler's new roommate.
I'm Chandler's new roommate.
I don't think so.
I could be Chandler's new roommate.
But he told me over the phone.
He told me in person.
It's weird.
Well, I'm going to my new apartment now. Huh?
He fakes like he's going into the apartment.
he goes into it, and then Chandler comes out of his room, and Mr. Eccles is staying there sorting through his mail.
That's a good one. I love some of these responses are outstanding. Tony Zimmerman of Civic Media says, Pat Kreitlow. Check out Pat's show mornings here at Civic Media, folks, and the very funny Tony Zimmerman. That's great. On the stream, Lil Irv says Archie Bunker. Love Archie Bunker. That's a great one. He also said Clint Eastwood. Lil Irv gave us 3, and I think that's Dave. I'm pretty sure that's Dave. But he said Clint Eastwood, and then also Matt Harper, rock rap artist from Green Bay here, also said Clint Eastwood. I never would have put Clint Eastwood in that category, but he is a Grouch. So he's got that squinty look, like he's going to kill someone. And then Dave also said the dad from That 70s Show.
That is Red Foreman.
Yeah.
Love Red Foreman.
And a native, is he a native Wisconsinite? I can't remember.
He might be, yeah.
He might be.
I think so.
We'll, all right, folks, Kim Kardashian's on. We should have set up a deal with her. We give a discount. We give away a free pair of hairy underpants. Mike Siegel, when we come back, folks, we're talking about the death of MTV and music as we know it, at least on MTV. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
There's nothing more than that. Tell me more.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
From the 97.9 WGBW Newsroom, I'm Stuart J. Waddles with this local news update. Governor Evers wants to move forward with his plan to revamp Wisconsin prisons, which includes closing the Green Bay Correctional Institution. A news release issued yesterday says the governor will ask the State Building Commission, which he also chairs, to release $15 million secured through the bipartisan state budget. The Green Bay Correctional Institution is a 127-year-old overcrowded prison that leaders and advocates have discussed closing for years. Governor Evers' plan emphasizes not only revamping existing prison facilities, but also investing in rehab programs to help address the state's growing prison population. The plan includes turning Waupun Correctional Institution into a state-of-the-art medium-security vocational village. The aim is to offer inmate training and workforce readiness so people getting out of prison can become contributing members of society, reduce their risk of reoffending, and improve public safety. Green Bay city leaders are looking to overhaul zoning codes to promote housing affordability. At Monday night's meeting, the city's Plan Commission discussed changing nearly 100 parts of its subdivision and zoning rules. It would be one of the most substantial revisions this century to Green Bay laws governing land use and development. The city's zoning administrator, John Leroy, says zoning regulations have been inconsistent with the city's affordable housing priorities in both the current comprehensive plan from 2003 and the city's latest vision of itself for the next quarter century. In general, the effect would be allowing more homes that are less expensive to build, more kinds of homes, and more people living on the same amount of land. Leroy said that a more extensive rewrite of the zoning code will happen sometime after the city council adopts a new comprehensive plan, which it's expected to do October 21st. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day, and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Stuart J. Waddles, 97.9 WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Taylor Swift has gotten tons of attention lately, first for having the #1 movie and #1 album in America, and then for showing up at her first Chiefs game since her engagement to Travis Kelce was announced, making her pretty much the first lady of the Kansas City Chiefs. But if anyone saw the recent Us Weekly, they would know that Taylor's got some stiff competition, as the headline read, Brittany Mahomes rocks white shirt and denim while kissing Patrick Mahomes at Chiefs game. And you thought it was a slow news week. If you actually take time out to read the article, she also had a red handbag and let her long blonde locks fall in soft waves. Damn, I've been trying to break that story for weeks. But if you thought that was juicy, Us Weekly recapped 2 of Britney's Instagram posts. That's right, folks. In America, you have the option of reading about social media posts a couple days later as opposed to reading them hot off the send button. And if all that fails, you can listen to someone make fun of the posts and the article in my Hollywood Beats. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the low 40s. And mostly cloudy tomorrow, a slight chance of a shower and a high in the low 60s. Partly sunny for Friday, a high in the low 70s, a few showers and storms around. The weekend looks cooler. Right now it's 53.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, a very important case.
This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Welcome back, folks. Great to have you with me tonight as we celebrate Wednesday night like every damn night in life should be celebrated. I hope you're having a great night. And if you're not, I hope we're helping make it a great night, talking about some of the things that are so much fun in life to talk about. Movies, TV, comedy, all kinds of fun stuff happening here tonight. Tim Sowers will be here at 7:35 talking about upcoming events at the Overture Center in Madison. I cannot wait to talk to Tim, too, because he's got 2 really cool shows coming up. Not once has he offered me free tickets, Conrad.
That's kind of weird.
What is it? I mean, I thought we were friends, right? Tim and I get along.
Yeah, I think so.
Does he say stuff about me after he hangs up or after I leave the studio?
He says he can smell you through the stream.
Whatever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tim will be here at 7:35 right now. Also, in our question of the night is, who is your favorite grouch? It's National Grouch Day. We've got some great answers. We'll get to your texts soon. But right now, it is my pleasure to welcome a very good friend of mine back to Nite Lite. He's one of our frequent flyers. He's a comedian, a TV host, and the host of the Travel Tales podcast and a former VH1 VJ, which is perfect for what we're talking about tonight. Mike Siegel joins me over the phone. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Pete. I'm glad to hear you're celebrating Wednesday, as I do every Wednesday.
Listen, every day is a gift, Mike. Whether you're
right.
whether you're wearing Kim Kardashian's new underwear with the fake hair in it or not. Do you have a pair?
I have not, but I know what's going to stuff my stocking for Christmas.
No, they're thongs, Mike, but you can wear them backwards too if you want the hair part on the back. That works just
Wow.
fine. I know, isn't that terrible? That's what they're selling. It comes with hair bursting out from the. It's just.
I gotta hand it to the Kardashians, though, man. You talk about geniuses in marketing. To turn that nothing wealthy, unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I think I knew what you said there. That lack of talent into an empire. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. If I could only take my lack of talent and monetize it that much.
You need to make a sex tape, I think.
Yeah.
A new one, I should say.
Attaboy.
Hey, so first of all, happy belated birthday, Mike. I understand
Thank
you
you.
had a birthday yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
You went out and celebrated. How did that go?
It was nice. Very low key this year. Just a little dinner and then some cocktails with friends. And this is how old I'm getting, Pete. It was like 7 o'clock. Dinner at 5, drinks at 7.
Home by 9.
Yeah. I would have thought that was the lamest thing in my 20s, but now it's fantastic.
Curl up with a good book after a night of dinner.
Oh, buddy.
Come on.
Big fan of the happy hour these days. Big fan of happy hour.
I sent you a text message yesterday. I don't know if you remember this. After I moved back to Wisconsin, I went back and I stayed with you for a while because I was, doing some stuff or whatever and pitching something. And so I was with you for like a solid week or two or whatever it was. And we went out one night and you overdid it. And I don't think you realized how hard you were hitting it. And I was watching TV and your bedroom was kind of off to the right. And I see you like trying to put on sweatpants or something. You're like hopping one way, then you're hopping back the other way. And I'm like, are you okay, buddy? And you go, man, I am effing hammered. Like you actually said that out loud. It was so funny.
I was not wrong.
Oh,
I was not wrong.
Good stuff. The putting on sweatpants turned into an athletic event. It was very funny.
Oh, no. That's bad.
Hey, do you have a favorite Grouch, Mike?
A Grouch?
Yeah, it's National Grouch Day. That's our question tonight. I said Mrs. Costanza and Walter Matthau. I kind of had a tie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Conrad.
Matthau was one of those guys. And somebody posted like a Walter Matthau in high school photograph, like his high school yearbook photo. It's just like, you couldn't believe it because that guy was never young. That's
right.
Somebody, when you think of someone who was born at 50, that's Matthau.
He looked like a sad sack when he was born.
Right? You just can't picture him as a young guy.
It's like, it kind of reminds me of Larry Reeb, the comedian. Yeah. He used to do these jokes and then he would tag him with, that's a tip from your Uncle Lair. And I remember seeing him when I was like 20 and I'm like, this guy's like 60. No, he was like 28. Like,
right.
He just always had that older guy look,
Yeah, some guys are just born old looking.
Yeah.
Old look. Steve Martin, because he went gray early, Steve Martin was looked the same for 40 years.
Exactly.
Now he looks pretty good for a guy who's like pushing 80 or whatever he is.
No, he looks great.
But do I have a favorite Grouch? I don't know. I mean, Oscar's the classic, but
sure.
A good Grouch. Boy, you caught me off guard.
How about Red Fox, Mike? He was a good one.
Oh, dummy.
Big dummy.
Come on, you big dummy.
Love Red Fox.
Man, I would like to see you pull off a Sanford and Son joke today of what you could get away with.
Oh, man.
Esther,
no
I will
kidding.
stick your face in dough and make me some gorilla cookies.
I couldn't believe they said that back then. I mean, I saw that as a kid, and I'm like, oh, man, I think that was pretty mean. It's terrible. Hey, so this is great having you here because I was running some topics by you, and you mentioned that MTV stopped their music programming and video playing, and they don't play music videos anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think it mostly is about the UK and Europe.
Okay.
But they had all these side channels like MTV 80s, MTV 90s, MTV hip hop that was still running over there. And it's all gone. I think the main MTV channel will still be running here, but I mean, there's no music on it. I mean, it's all like literally ridiculousness all day long.
God, those shows are so bad.
Yeah, it's such cheap programming that, but I guess that's all their audience is gone. I mean, it hasn't been about music for 20 years, but yeah, it was weird to see it because it was such a huge part of our lives. You know, you and I are the same age, and I remember when it came out, I sat there for hours at friends' houses. We just stared at it for hours. It was crazy.
I left a wedding that a friend of mine's older sister got married, and me and like two friends left to go watch the Thriller video because it had premiered.
Yeah.
And so and I had recorded it. We were one of the first families with a VCR.
Oh, hey, Rockefeller.
And one of the last families to get rid of it, Mike. So we went back and we watched it like 3 times. Like MTV was everything back then. And just like you said, when you said that today, I said, "Oh, that's terrible." And I go, "Well, you haven't watched videos in 30 years. That's probably part of the problem, you know."
So nobody watches it anymore, so it's you can't be that surprised. And I think a lot of people went, "Wait a minute, it's still on somewhere?"
Yeah,
you know those. I mean, you have kids? I don't, but you have kids in their 20s or whatever. Do they watch TV at all?
Well, not only typically with me, they will. If I'll say, "Hey, let's watch something," but yeah, they're on their phones. I would say for the most part. My son really likes movies, so he watches movies, but mostly it's the phone. As it is with me. I mean, I still watch TV, but I'm on my phone a lot too. You know.
I'm surprised they still make music videos at all. I mean, what's in it for the band now? I mean, except it does go on YouTube and TikTok, I guess, and social medias, but that's pretty much it. I mean, there's just no market for it. I mean, I was in that when I was at VH1. It was 97, and even then, music videos were the lowest rated part of the day.
Oh,
so
really?
they buried us. Oh yeah, they buried us like Monday through Friday, from like 9 to 11 in the morning. So housewives on treadmills would watch me. And I know that because a lot of my former classmates were housewives on treadmills at that time, and they would write me, "Hey, I saw you on TV."
Funny. Let's talk about that. Like, what kind of gig was that for you? I mean, when you got it, you must have felt great. I mean, you probably worked with people you grew up watching, and so that must have been a thrill. Yeah.
It was everybody's, growing up in the 80s, it was a dream to be a VJ. You think that it's like, oh my God, they get to meet all the rock stars. They get to have all this fun. They go all over the place. That was it. Yeah. And by the time I got to New York, I mean, I was in my late 20s. And even then, I was probably too old for MTV.
Yeah.
But VH1, that was I got the audition. And I was always kind of like a rock kind of music nerd. And they had me sit down. I remember the audition. They had me sit down in a room, and there was a pile of music magazines like Rolling Stone and Spin and all these magazines. And they just had me leaf through it and just kind of riff on everything I saw.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. They were like, "Yeah, we love that." And then I got to the set when I got the gig and thought I could do that. And they're like, "Yeah, you don't want to make fun of Mariah Carey because, they might... the record company might pull the videos, so we can't." They're like, and that was like TV 101. You're going, "Oh, you guys are just a marketing arm of the station." It's just, got it.
Did you?
So that was weird.
Did you get to meet any? Like, I remember Mark Goodman, Martha Quinn, Kurt Loder. Were any of those people around? Wasn't VH1 in the same building as MTV for a while?
It was all Viacom at that point, and at the same headquarters, but we shot at a different studio.
Okay.
That was right around the time they started TRL, which kind of took off, and Carson Daly.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were building this studio above Times Square, and we had an old studio. It was like 59th and 11th. It was way off nowhere. I think now they shoot the Daily Show there.
Oh,
but at the time, there was like us, us doing the reads, and then RuPaul had a show. And boy, seeing him the first time, that was, or her, I don't know, but seeing them the first time is intimidating because he's like 6'6" on his own. And then with the wig and the heels, it's like 7 foot of drag queen coming down the hallway. It's like, hi, how you doing? Like, whoa! I mean, it's just like, there you are. You ain't gonna miss it. You're not gonna miss that guy. But yeah, it was a weird time. And the last meeting I went to, they were presenting their fall lineup, and they were so excited, VH1, about this new show, Behind the Music, that was coming out.
Oh, that was a great series.
Which really took off, and that kind of like put the network kind of back on the map, because they were like MTV's older sibling, you know? It was just kind of more easier rock, and there was no like hip hop on it. And,
my guest is Mike Siegel. He is a former VH1 VJ. We're talking about the death of music on MTV, at least in some markets, so to speak. And Mike, do you ever get people that would come up to you and say, "What do you do while the video's on?"
Yeah.
You just got to
I think
sit
that's
there
hard
and
to
watch
tell
it.
them. Yeah, we're not watching it live.
Right.
You know that, right? We take these, we throw to it, and then we go to the next read. It's just like, they didn't figure it out.
Like
it was like, I had friends that when I worked at HGTV, people would ask me about shows like House Hunters.
Yeah.
And I had friends who worked on that, and they really think like you sit there through the whole house buying process for months while they decide and close through escrow, and it's like, no.
Oh, that's
it's
so
like
funny.
And when I tell them, and not to blow the lid off it for anybody listening, they've already bought the house, folks. And we got 3 days to shoot. You go, you find 2 comps, and the people pretend they're not walking through their own house and going, the closets are a little small. You know?
That is hilarious. That's like when I was a kid, and I used to think when I'd listen to WLS on the radio station, they were like pointing to a band. Here's the Bay City Rollers, and the guy points and they start playing. Like I thought they were all in the studio, you know. Mike Siegel is here, folks. We're going to do a very quick break, and we'll come back and talk about our favorite videos. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin has a fish fry on a Friday night, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Discover your new sanctuary at Pages and Pours Bookshop and Wine Bar, where every story finds its perfect pour. Sip on craft beers, savor fine wines, and indulge in artisanal charcuterie or dessert, all in a cozy, welcoming space that's as chill as your favorite novel. Whether you're browsing classic titles or toasting with friends, Pages and Pours is the bookshop and wine bar you've been waiting for. Find your next chapter at Pages and Pours, 415 Main Avenue in De Pere, and at www.pagesandpours.com.
During Medicare's open enrollment, it's common to receive mailers and see TV commercials that say you're missing out on some benefits. Before you respond to these ads, turn to Wisconsin Senior Medicare Patrol, here to help you prevent, detect, and report Medicare fraud. Don't be misled into enrolling in a plan that doesn't meet your health needs or cover your medications. Visit the Wisconsin Senior Medicare Patrol website at smpwi.org.
It may be getting a little cold, but guess what? There's still fish to catch. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411. And on Saturday, October 25th, at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary, it is Kids Fishing Day, a free event from 10 until 3 p.m. for kids ages 5 through 17 to have hands-on instruction and learn new skills about fishing. They'll provide the gear, the guidance, and the good times. So check it out. Head to WGBW.FM and click events to learn more.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General
Download the
Literacy
Civic
Foundation
Media
and the
app
Ad
in the
Council.
Google Play or Apple App Store and take us
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me tonight. AJ from the 608 says, hey, Pete and Conrad, my heart says Oscar the Grouch. My head says Deborah from Everyone Loves Raymond. Never really watched it. Okay. But that's, what is her name? Doris something or other, right?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I just thought of a new one, though, actually.
All right. Lay it on me.
Terry Crews in Everybody Hates Chris.
He's a grouch. Tony the Trucker from the 608 says I'm sorry, I missed his first text. Says Walter Matthau has played many Grouches, but William Frawley as Fred Mertz wins my vote. I Love Lucy show. Wow. Nice, Tony. Awesome stuff. Mike Siegel is with us, folks. Former VH1 VJ, host of the Travel Tales podcast, and renowned TV host of many TV programs, and a very funny comedian. Mike, where are you headed tonight, Mike?
Can you?
Uh-oh. Did we lose Mike? Oh, are you there?
Are we here?
Now we got you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. I am headed to Venice for an event, really. So,
Okay.
a Travel Tales event, actually.
Oh, very cool.
Kind of a meeting of travel folks. So I go to these every so often for kind of a meet and greet and kind of get to know people.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of guests there and stuff for the travel podcast, which I've been doing for 14 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. But Pete, I just thought of a grouch. I just thought of a great
Oh, yeah.
grouch.
Cool.
Danny DeVito in Taxi.
Oh, yeah.
Louis De Palma.
Nardo.
He was basically up in that cage, which is basically Oscar's can.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Sesame Street.
That's hilarious. That's a great one. Mike, so let's talk about what were some of your favorite videos? Like, there's so many iconic videos. Which ones did you like when they came out, like in the 80s and early 90s?
I remember that, like, when I first saw it, it was so early 80s. I went to a friend's house in a different town, and we didn't have cable in my town yet. So when we saw it, I just remember one of the first ones I saw was Don't Pay the Ferryman by Chris de Burgh.
Oh, wow.
I think Total Eclipse of the Heart. And it seemed like every other one was either Rod Stewart or Pat Benatar.
Right. That's great.
Those, but I did love. I just thought, I wasn't a Duran Duran fan, but you got to hand it to them. It's like they saw the medium and they jumped on it. Like they knew it was like built for them. You know what I mean?
I
we got to have
like
a look.
them.
We have a thing, and I've grown to like them more. I've seen them in concert a couple times, and they're great. They're great, and they have a lot more hits than you think.
Oh, absolutely. And they built on their kind of library, so to speak, like Ordinary World, and some of these later hits were just so great. And their videos, like Rio was great. Hungry Like the Wolf was fun. I was kind of with you. I didn't love them when they first came out, but they're the real deal. I enjoyed that. I loved Aha's video, Take on Me, Dire Straits,
one.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel.
Oh, yeah, that So album, Sledgehammer was like groundbreaking stuff. And all these great directors grew out of those things. You're basically making a 3-minute sizzle reel of your talent. It was kind of perfect.
Yeah, great point. Did you like U2 videos? I loved With or Without You, even though it wasn't like as flashy as some of the videos. I just thought it was such a great song, and I love the images they put to it,
Yeah, and I love the Where the Streets Have No Name when they're playing on a rooftop in downtown L.A.
Oh, yeah,
and it was very Beatles-like, and they got shut down.
That was
very
so
Beatles-like.
great. I forgot about that one, yeah.
Yeah. But it was so funny because I remember, like, we had to do a countdown every day on VH1. And, again, there was no rhyme or reason to it. They just picked 10 songs that were hot in the charts and the record companies wanted to push. And it was the same, I think, for 3 months. So I was there for 13 weeks. And I think I played the same, dozen songs almost every day. It was crazy.
What a fun
and there's
gig.
only so many times you can throw to. And here's Hanson with bop. I must have said bop 800 times and felt like an idiot each time going bop.
You this is interesting, Mike. You were actually a VJ? I played a VJ in a pilot shot at VH1. I don't know if you remember that with Jim Gaffigan. You were dating a girl who worked at VH1 at the time and cast me. And so I got to be kind of a pretend VJ, but I got a behind-the-scenes look at just how hard you guys worked.
Yeah. It's brain surgery, Pete. It was brain surgery.
I'm sure it was a great gig. That's so great. What do you've always been a music guy. You always have been. You had mentioned a band I had never heard of. Are you actively on the lookout for new music, or do you just kind of find it in your circles? What's your music fandom at right now? Where are you?
You know what? I'm in my 50s now, so I'm seeing a lot of
what?
I'm also on that tour of seeing, like, we got to see these guys before they die. That kind of thing. I went and saw AC/DC, just kind of bucket list thing, guys I've never seen.
Right.
And, it's really just Angus Young and Brian Johnson and a few other guys that, hired guns, basically.
Right.
So that's the whole band now. And it's just, it was good, but these guys are old, man. They're old.
There's like one Pip left, and he's touring. It's just the Pip.
Right. I mean, at some point, you're a tribute act. You know what I mean? If there's nobody original in the band, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
But I do feel bad now that I haven't been keeping up on new music. And I envy those guys that do, because it takes work and real effort. And they need the help. There's no way to make money in music anymore other than touring. And, touring and merch. So it's really, really hard. It was always hard as a musician, but now to make money, it's brutal.
Absolutely.
It's really, really hard.
Hey,
so
Mike,
every time, and the concerts are so expensive.
Yeah, for sure. Can we keep you for a couple minutes past the news? I want to ask you what you're watching.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll be right back, folks, with Act 2. Mike Siegel is here, former VJ, host of the Travel Tales podcast and many other TV shows. We're going to break here for the news and intermission, and we will be back. Tim Sowers is here at 7:35. Let us know who your favorite Grouch is. That's tonight's question. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It's a gospel kind of feeling, a touch of Georgia slide, a song of purity.
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. In Tennessee, officials have identified the remains of 14 of the 16 people who were killed Friday morning when a munitions plant exploded about 60 miles west of Nashville. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis.
We're moving forward. We're going to continue to move forward with the investigation. The investigation is full force. It's at a snail's pace.
A fragile ceasefire in the Middle East. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz saying there are plans to resume fighting against Hamas if necessary. And bodies are being returned to Israel from Gaza. Israeli forensic specialists working to identify them as 19 hostages' bodies remain unaccounted for. A federal judge in San Francisco temporarily blocked the Trump administration from firing workers during the government shutdown. The Supreme Court hearing arguments in a case that would further gut the Voting Rights Act and strike down a provision that allows considering racial representation in drawing congressional districts. This is ABC News. It's the second day of a 4-day strike from more than 30,000 Kaiser Permanente healthcare workers on the West Coast who are seeking a 25% wage increase over 4 years.
These workers for Kaiser Permanente tell us that it's more than wages. They also want to be included in staffing language, alleging at times patients are being double and even triple booked. But Kaiser Permanente pushing back on that claim, saying they often exceed the mandated nurse-to-patient ratio, adding it's been working with the unions to provide competitive wages and are prepared to increase those wages 21.5% over the next 4 years.
ABC's Kenna Whitworth. A grand jury on New York's Long Island has indicted 63-year-old Richard Bilodeau for the rape and murder of 16-year-old Teresa Fusco in 1984. 3 men were convicted of her murder but were later exonerated. Nassau County prosecutors say multiple leads pointed to Bilodeau, and they matched DNA from a straw he used to DNA on Fusco's body. He's pleaded not guilty to murder. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
The Dodgers win again. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports Baseball. The Dodgers winning Game 2 of the National League Championship Series 5-1 over the Brewers. LA now up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. So what's the solution? The Brewers' Christian Yelich.
Yeah, we just got to play better. It's not an ideal start to the series by any means. It's not what you want to get off to, but just got to continue to battle and find a way to get the offense going. I got to be better. We got to be better. Just facts, So fly out tonight, take the off day tomorrow, and be ready to battle Game 3.
Game 3 tomorrow night in L.A. at 5:08. NFL. The Packers trying to figure out why they've given up 60 points in the fourth quarter in just the first 5 games of the season.
We're just like, why is that happening? Are we running out of gas? They got the ball to start the second half. They go on that 18-play drive or whatever it was. Ate up or 10 minutes off the clock. I don't know. Does that gas you out?
That's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the low 40s. And mostly cloudy tomorrow, a slight chance of a shower and a high in the low 60s. Partly sunny for Friday, a high in the low 70s, a few showers and storms around. The weekend looks cooler, currently 51 degrees.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, a very important case before the Supreme Court. Will they gut what remains of the Voting Rights Act? Jim Santel, our friend and colleague, joins us. Don't miss it.
Matnair on air, weekday mornings 9 to 11.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who does his own stunts, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking off Act 2 here on this gorgeous Sunday night in the state of Wisconsin. An absolutely beautiful day and an even more beautiful evening. Great to have you with me. Conrad Krieger working the board tonight. Our question of the night is, who is your favorite Grouch? It is National Grouch Day. We will get caught up on text in just a few minutes. We've got a few more minutes with our current guest, Mike Siegel. We will be back to Mike in just a moment. Coming up at 7:30 is Mr. Tim Sowers from the Overture Center in Madison. He's going to tell us about some really, really cool shows coming up. And Kim Kardashian has new underwear. We covered that. And it even comes with hair. That's
any color you want.
Any color. You want to go redhead down low, south of the equator, go for it. Kim can hook you up. She's got all the sweet hookups. And Conrad lamented about the Brewers. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
They could turn it around. Don't lose faith. Right?
Just, yeah. We got to do it for Uke.
Do it for Uke. That's right. You know what drove me crazy? I hate when people get, like, Ukers, that's totally legit. Bob Uecker's a legend.
Yeah.
In all aspects. But when the Cubs were doing their thing in 2016, they were like, do it for Grandpa Rossi. Like, the catcher that they signed 4 years ago, who's on their team, I cannot stand that disingenuous stuff. Like, they just liked him. So people would, it's like, you obviously just became a fan because you don't play to win a World Series or a championship for the guy who you signed, who basically was a package deal with the pitcher. It's just weird.
That is weird. I know. I didn't hear that when they were in there.
Listen, don't badmouth my Cubs. I can do it, but you can't.
Okay.
I hope that, but Uecker, I mean, come on, that's a baseball legend like that. Mike Siegel is here, folks. He is a former VJ on VH1, and he's had he almost had his own sitcom. Mike, you had a development deal with NBC. That was exciting. How different was that than VJing, actually acting?
Well, it was. Well, I mean, I always thought hosting was a natural progression from stand-up, I mean, we started out as stand-ups, and so you're still being yourself, so it was just kind of an extension of what I was doing on stage, but having a little bit of a script.
Right.
But acting is a whole different element, I had to really, learn, and I had a lot thrown at me at once, so it was, you're kind of thrown into the fire. I didn't have a chance to get good. I mean, I could handle it right now a lot better than I could have handled it back then. But,
yeah.
If it presents itself, you're only young once, and they only want you when you're young. So there you go.
That's what
But
I know.
it was a great experience. We had some pilots that never took off and that kind of thing. So, yeah, it was happening. It was on. I did, when they told me I wasn't going to come back to VH1, a week later, I did the Montreal Comedy Festival with you.
Yeah. We were new faces.
And the deal kind of came out of that. So I was really bummed that, I was losing I went there knowing that I didn't have a job, for 2 weeks after I got back. And so I was a little pressured, like, man, if this didn't go well, I didn't know what I was going to do. But it actually turned out all right. But, yeah, it was a weird time, but I loved my time there. I was only there 13 weeks, but it was great. I was kind of thinking of it because I just recently saw the Lilith Fair documentary.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's on Amazon or something.
Okay.
But it was great, and we plugged it hard that summer of '97, and it brought back all these memories because it was like our whole playlist of what we were playing that year.
Right.
And I remember promoting it all the time, and I thought maybe they would send me to one of the live events, but I never did. The only one I did was the Milwaukee Summerfest. They sent me back to Milwaukee.
Of all the places, send me somewhere where I spent my whole childhood.
Oh my God, Pete! I was like, I saw the list of all the places that we were going. It was called Rock Across America, and they were going to go to festivals all over that summer. And I was looking at the list, and at that time, I hadn't been to a lot of these places like Portland and Seattle and all these kind of cool places.
Right.
And I was really excited. And they go, Mike, we got your assignment. Where am I going? Milwaukee Summerfest. Are you kidding me?
You know your way around there, right?
Oh my God, I played it 5 times in the comedy tent. I know you must have.
I did. Yeah. It was
Oh,
terrible.
yeah.
Terrible for comedy, but a great music festival, obviously.
Yeah, you sit there next to a roller coaster in a beer tent.
Where people are going just to cool off and get in the shade.
Yeah.
You know, it's this guy's
Let's listen
talking.
to this guy babble on.
Yeah, that was fun. That Montreal Comedy Festival, we had a great time up there, and I was very happy that you got that development deal. I wish it was me instead, but you know what? I faked it, and I congratulate. No, that was really a cool time, and kind of a really interesting process just to see you go through that. Like what is in, what's expected of you, all that stuff. I remember you saying you got any ideas for sitcoms? They want to hear ideas. It was right like they did it on Seinfeld. It's like you're coming up with ideas and that kind of stuff. So.
Suddenly, I had to come up with something.
Yeah.
I had nothing. Pete.
What's coming up on Travel Tales? Or answer this: where have you been lately, Mike? A really cool place you went to?
Oh gosh, Florida. How about that?
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I actually I was in earlier this year. I was performing on a ship down in South America, and they dropped me off into Rio de Janeiro. It was
nice.
3 days before Fat Tuesday. So it was during Carnival in Rio.
Wow.
And they were going to fly me straight home. And I went, you know what? Can you fly me back 3 days from now? And they went, yeah. I went, oh, great. So I think I got the last hotel room in Copacabana and hung out there and it was amazing. So that's the kind of thing that, I try to take advantage of it. And doing cruises has its pluses and minuses, but I try to maximize the travel when I can. I went to Iceland last year for it, which is really great. So I got to go to some really cool places.
Yeah.
And tell jokes and get paid to do it. So that's cool. That's the best way to go.
That's fantastic. Before we let you go, Mike, what are you watching? You watching anything you can recommend or seen any good movies?
Let's see. Well, that documentary, the Little Center documentary, I think is good. I've been watching Only Murders in the Building, which I'm torn on. It's starting to get a little over the top for me. I don't know if you watch it. And nobody loves Martin Short more than I do. But I don't know. I'll stick with it. But, I don't know.
I want to watch that show. I've watched a couple episodes. I'm going to go back to it. I think I'm in the minority here. I love Steve Martin. I love Martin Short. I'm really tired of their shtick. It's like, okay, we get it. You guys are cozy. You're friends. They're great, but I don't need to see it anymore. So that's kind of keeping me from Only Murders in the Building, I think. But I will bite the bullet and watch it. I hear it's a great show. It gets nominated for Emmys every year,
Yeah, a little generously, but
yeah. Absolutely.
And of course, I'm always watching the newest season of the British Baking Show. So,
are you serious?
I'm that guy. Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love it, Pete.
I didn't mean that in an insulting way. I just don't watch those shows, and that could have just as easily been a joke. But I think that's.
I never do. I hate reality shows. I don't watch reality competitions. But the whole point of it is the reason it took off during COVID, and the last, with everything that's going on in the world. It's just people being nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
It's very. Everybody's supportive and nice. It's just real people being nice and just trying to do things, and it's kind, and I think we all kind of need that now.
Kind of like this show, Mike, if I may.
Kind, that's right, you, Pete. Can I tell my last my BJ story?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I got this is goes down as one of my most embarrassing moments ever. So I'm glad I could share it with you and your listeners.
Thank you.
So the whole time I was on there for 3 months. And the whole time I was on VH1, nobody ever recognized me anywhere. I wanted them to. That was a point in my life where I wanted to be recognized.
Right.
I thought it'd be really cool. The whole time I'm in New York, nobody recognized me. And right toward the end of the contract, I'm in Greenwich Village. We're at a pizza joint, me and another comic, Lenny Marcus. And some guy shouts across the pizza joint, "Hey, BJ!" He's pointing at me and smiling, "Hey, BJ!" And I'm like, "Hey, here we go." And my buddy's here to see me getting recognized. All right. And I'm like, okay. And then the guy keeps it up. I go, now I think he's like busting my chops. He's like, BJ, hey, BJ. I'm like, okay, what does this guy want? I go, can I help you? And then this dude from India behind me goes, over here. Right behind me. It's like, oh, your buddy BJ. Oh.
That is so great.
And Letty starts cracking up. I go, Letty, I'm glad you were here to see that because people think I'm making it up.
That would have sounded like you made it up. Yeah. That's so great that he was there.
Like, oh, it was so embarrassing. And I had to laugh it off. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm the biggest idiot.
Oh, that's so funny. And that's just so like, it would have been great if like, hey, we're big fans of you too. We like your show.
Right.
We're here to see VJ.
Hey, VJ, over here. Ooh.
Oh, that's great. Mike, have a great night talking travel with your colleagues. Thank you as always, pal. This is so much fun when you come on the show.
Thanks, Peter. It's always good to talk to you.
You too, buddy. Have a great night.
All right, take care.
All right, that's Mike Siegel, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the Travel Tales podcast. He did such a good job, and he's been everywhere. So I'm sure there's a episode for you if you're thinking about going somewhere, and he has great guests too. So check it out. Tim Sauer's coming up at 7:35. We will tell you what is going on at the Overture Center over the course of the next few weeks. There's some really cool shows there. Did you watch Glee, Conrad?
Never seen it.
My daughter turned me on to Glee. And I just kind of started watching it thinking, well, this is just time we can spend together when she was in high school. And it is so funny. I saw almost the whole first season. It's hilarious. I mean, the music is great. I liked a lot of the music, but the comedy is really funny. And they have a show coming up at the Overture Center with, I think his name is William. What is that guy's name? I have it right here. William Martinson or something like that. But he played Mr. They called him Shoe on Glee. And a very funny guy. Matthew Morrison, that's it. And who is the woman on that show, too, that cracks me up? Jane. What is her name? Con, help.
Jane Lynch.
Like Jane Lynch. She's like one of the funniest people ever. She could be a great Grouch because her character on that show, she plays the gym teacher who bullies the Glee Club guy, played by Matthew Morrison, who doesn't really put up with her stuff. Like they give it back to each other, but it's really funny. Let's get through some of these texts, Con. This is ridiculous. Let's quit messing around here. We got to get to some texts here. The kidding around is pretty much over. Janet on social media says, Pete Schwaba, when I used to live in Pacific Palisades back in 89. Oh, Janet's got a few bucks. She says, I got to see him walking his dog every morning. She's talking about Walter Matthau. This is when I picked Walter Matthau on social media this morning. She says, I got to see him walk his dog every morning as I drove to work. It was a joy, and he looked grumpy, grouchy every day. That would be really cool. Thank you, Janet, for sharing that. Eric Rathsack of Ask Your Mother. They'll be here next week, Con. You know that?
Yeah.
Darn right. Pete Schwaba, he was just grumpy, not grouchy. Unless you're referring to Dennis the Menace, Mr. Wilson's character. He was kind of grouchy, but Dennis was relentless. Well said, Eric. And Daniel Wheeler, of course, said Frank Costanza from Seinfeld, which got me to change my answer to Estelle Costanza from Seinfeld. We'll read more of your texts when we come back. And I'm going to tell you what's opening this weekend. Some really good movies. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Never to be mine, no matter how I try. You'll never walk alone, and you're forever talking on the
From Ashwaubenon to Alloway, this is 97.9 WGBW.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Inside Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit WIinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Great to have you with me. We are jamming through a Wednesday night show here, folks. Our question of the night is, who is your favorite grouch? It is National Grouch Day, and we've had some really fun responses. We're reading them right now. Janet also says Red Foreman comes to mind. I wonder if she means Red Fox.
No, Red Foreman.
Oh, Red Foreman is from that 70s show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's the second time we've heard Red. I actually thought of Red Fox later today. Red Fox was a great one, too. J.B. Thompson says Craig Anthony Knitt is my favorite grouch. I don't know those guys well enough to joke around like that. But for all I know, there could be fisticuffs. But that's J.B. Thompson, the guy behind the guy.
Behind the guy.
Behind the guy. And then Carolyn Thompson, probably a relation. I don't know. She says, JB, I thought you were going to say me. JB, you are my favorite wife, Carolyn Thompson. JB does practice polygamy. I don't know if you know that. He's got several wives, but Carolyn's his favorite, so he's also a romantic. Matt Harper, Clint Eastwood. I said Matt's answer earlier. That's a great one. Second time we've heard Clint. And who else we got here? George Chemmers on Facebook says, Oscar the Grouch is my favorite grouch. There you go. That's a great one. Thank you, George. Mike Desatel says, I have two favorite grouches, Oscar and Groucho. It's right there in the name, people. Love Groucho Marx. And then Mike also said, what the hell's it to you? See, he's trying to be a grouch. Yeah. Sarcastic. That's how Mike is. I know Mike. And then my favorite answer of the night, Tony Zimmerman saying, Pat Kreitlow. Going to the text line here, Brian from Green Bay says, favorite grouches. This is great. Mino and Schmidt. Never forget. Thank you, Brian. John from Oshkosh says, of course, Oscar, he is the OG. No doubt about that. Awesome, John. Edward from the 414 says, the two guys in the balcony from the Muppets. Absolutely. Great answer. Grouch squared. Rosemary from the 715 says, Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx picking up steam tonight. John Murray from Madison says, Archie Bunker, my favorite grouch. What a character. On a show that was way ahead of its time, all the social issues Archie learned about were necessary for all to see. I agree, John, and I love that people watched that show and laughed for the wrong reasons sometimes. But I am totally with you. A great show, groundbreaking show from Norman Lear. Edward in the 414 says, them or probably, he's referring to the Muppet balcony guys, them or probably Private Hudson in Aliens, played by Bill Paxton. Oh, yeah. Game over, man. You ever see that show? That movie?
No.
Oh, it's scary. It's good. It's like the first one had one alien. This one has like they spawned all these aliens and they come after. It's really good. And Bill Paxton's great in it. Monica from Mount Horeb, the 608 says, Ruth Gordon in Every Which Way But Loose. Wow, nice pull, Monica. She was a great actress. She was in a movie, too, called My Bodyguard, and I loved her. She played Chris Makepeace's grandma, and she was outstanding. That's a great text. Thank you. Malia, I hope I'm saying that right. Or how would you say that, Con? Malaya?
Yeah.
Malaya? You can correct us. We'll get it right, Malaya. From the 608 says, crotches and grouches, eh? Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Kim Kardashian and grouches? Kim Kardashian could be a grouch.
Who's your favorite crotch? That's tomorrow night's.
No.
And is it a wig or isn't it? Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids says Higgins on Magnum PI. Nice. He and Aaron Dobermans were always giving Magnum a hard time. I never really watched that show. I watched it a little bit, but I know who Higgins is. That's a great text. Jack from Merrimack in the 414 says, favorite grouch? How could it be anyone but Oscar? Very well said, Jack. Did we read this one? Anna from Madison in the 608 says, hi, Pete and Conrad. My favorite grouch is Al Bundy of Married with Children. He was always complaining. That's a great one, Anna. And you know what? His character, Ed O'Neill's character on Modern Family, was kind of grouchy too, but in a lovable way. And not quite as grouchy as he was on Married with Children. Great text. Steve from Florida, Conrad's dad says, in honor of my favorite grouch, the Cookie Monster. Whoa, curveball. I'm currently eating a bunch of peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Would it kill you to send me some homemade peanut butter chocolate chip, Dad?
Dad is styling.
Send a care package.
Yeah, absolutely. Or oatmeal chocolate chip. You can send me some, Steve, too. Care of Conrad. Jim from Appleton says, Archie Bunker, the classics never go out of style. Stifle yourself. That was my bad Archie Bunker accent. Conrad's mom says The Grinch. Oh, another one. Outside the box. Love it. Tony the Trucker. We read that one. Tony the Trucker says that William Frawley as Fred Mertz was his vote on the Lucy, I Love Lucy show. But then Tony the Trucker says he also played Bub on My Three Sons. I don't remember much about My Three Sons. I do remember Fred Mertz. That show was all over the place, even though I never really watched it. I Love Lucy was on constantly, and there were only 3 channels. AJ says, hey, Pete. Oh, we read that one. Okay. Tom from New Berlin says, in the morning when looking in the mirror. Ha, ha, ha. Or the 1966 movie El Dorado, Arthur Honeycutt as Bull. I think Arthur Honeycutt was kind of a famous grouch back in the day. Thank you, Tom. And Bridget says, Archie Bunker. He used to scare me when I was a child. Thank you, Bridget, from the 818. Another vote for Archie Bunker. Melissa from Willie Street, John's better half. Yeah, I said it, John. Larry David. Oh, that's a great one, too. Larry David's a great grouch, as is George Costanza, his alter ego. So we have Tim Sowers coming up in just a few minutes, folks, from the Overture Center in Madison. If you want to get a response in on the text line, you may do it. You still have time. Who's your favorite grouch? And what else, Conrad? You can text on the stream too, right?
Yeah, you can text on the stream, Facebook,
Go to
YouTube.
Facebook, and we got all our responses there. We got the Nite Lite window fun picture posted. Leave us a like if you're so inclined. And what's this on the stream comment? That's a long name.
Pete Bruh.
This is Pete Bruh.
You're a grouch.
I'm a grouch. I certainly can be. Just ask my wife or my kids, or Conrad for that matter. We are coming back to tell you what's happening at the Overture Center, folks. And I will tell you what's opening. There's a cool movie opening this weekend. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network. I talk to you in the night, in your dream of love so true. In the night, in my dreams, I'm in love with you, 'cause you talk to me like...
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. In Tennessee, officials have identified the remains of 14 of the 16 people who were killed Friday morning when a munitions plant exploded about 60 miles west of Nashville. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis.
We're moving forward. We're going to continue to move forward with the investigation. The investigation is full force. It's at a snail's pace.
A fragile ceasefire in the Middle East. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz saying there are plans to resume fighting against Hamas if necessary. And bodies are being returned to Israel from Gaza. Israeli forensic specialists working to identify them as 19 hostages' bodies remain unaccounted for. A federal judge in San Francisco temporarily blocked the Trump administration from firing workers during the government shutdown. The Supreme Court hearing arguments in a case that would further gut the Voting Rights Act and strike down a provision that allows considering racial representation in drawing congressional districts. This is ABC News.
The Dodgers win again. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports baseball. The Dodgers winning Game 2 of the National League Championship Series 5-1 over the Brewers. LA now up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. So what's the solution? The Brewers' Christian Yelich.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to play better. It's not an ideal start to the series by any means. It's not what you want to get off to, but just got to continue to battle and find a way to get the offense going. I got to be better. We got to be better. Just facts, So fly out tonight, take the off day tomorrow, and be ready to battle Game 3.
Game 3 tomorrow night in L.A. at 5:08. NFL. The Packers trying to figure out why they've given up 60 points in the fourth quarter in just the first 5 games of the season.
We're just like, why is that happening? Are we running out of gas? They got the ball to start the second half. They go on that 18-play drive or whatever it was. Ate up or 10 minutes off the clock. I don't know. Does that gas you out?
That's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur with Sports on Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Yahoo Entertainment is reporting big changes at Apple TV Plus. Just how big? They are removing the plus, so it will just be Apple TV. I realize that only sounds like a typing issue, but Apple says their new identity will be vibrant, despite removing a positive character from the company name. This is a similar form of identity crisis as the one HBO Max went through when it became Max and now is transitioning back to just HBO. That's like Pepsi Cola dropping the Pepsi part and just calling it Cola. Maybe now that Apple TV is removing the plus means they will minus the price that they just increased by $3 a month to $12.99. Can't blame a guy for trying. It's been over 2 hours since Taylor Swift has introduced a new product for Swifties to empty their pockets for. Well, time is up as Tay-Tay has announced a new 6-episode Disney Plus series titled The End of an Era. The show will follow her Eras tour. Makes sense. And the final episode will be a concert video of the tour. The masterpiece drops December 12th. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the low 40s. And mostly cloudy tomorrow, a slight chance of a shower and a high in the low 60s. Partly sunny for Friday, a high in the low 70s, a few showers and storms around. The weekend looks cooler. Right now it's 50.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the
Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Cara Mulrooney, Milwaukee actress and filmmaker, joins us at 6:35 to make the popcorn pick of the week. And then from Old World, Wisconsin, Dan Hess will be here to tell us about some really cool stuff coming up in the month of October, thanks to the Wisconsin Historical Society. Always fun to work with those guys. Our question of the night, you still have time, is who is your favorite grouch? It's National Grouch Day. And now I'm about to bring on my next guest. He is the Chief Artistic Experiences Director at the Overture Center in Madison, and he is not a grouch at all. He has a very sunshiny disposition, and we love to have him on Nightlight, Mr. Tim Sowers. Hey, Tim.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Well, I wouldn't call that sunshiny, but it was pleasant.
Okay.
Good, Tim. How are you?
I was thinking of my favorite grump.
do you have one in mind?
I don't know if I have one, but I was listening to everybody's choices, which were so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Squidward from SpongeBob.
Oh, that's a great one.
He's
animated.
A great, but and a Broadway, because there was Broadway musical
right.
on SpongeBob, and that character is so charming in the
Love
show.
him.
Yeah, I love him too.
That's a great choice.
Yeah.
Great to have you here, Tim. Let's jump in. I know we don't have that much time, but you have some really cool shows coming up, especially short term. I was looking at your schedule, and you've got such great stuff on the horizon here. Can we start with Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is it's the Children's Theater of Madison.
Yeah.
And that's actually not in our building. There's a building here called My Arts. And so they're doing the performance there, but the Children's Theater is one of our resident companies. They're also doing Matilda in our building at the same exact time. So
nice.
Always great. You know, their focus is on family and kids and, you know, do a tremendous job with all of that.
Yeah. I loved Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid. And I loved the show. When my kids would watch it, I was like secretly hoping they would
There's
pick
another
that out.
Grouch. There's another Grouch in Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore is the Grouch.
Yes.
Like, that's a good Grouch.
That's a great Grouch and a very low-key, low-energy Grouch. Let's talk about Rodgers and Hammerstein, Tim, because I was in the show Oklahoma when I was a kid. I loved it. But it's Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, yeah, sure. Uh-oh.
Cutting out. I'm having a bad technology day.
Oh, no.
All right, try that. Talk now.
We can't lose Tim. Oh, there you go. We got you.
Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was saying Rodgers and Hammerstein. I love Rodgers and Hammerstein. Love those old classic musicals. And you have a show coming, Rodgers and Hammerstein, from book to Broadway. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's the Four Seasons Theater. They're a season in town that does a lot of shows in our building. And it's a musical review of some of the greatest hits from that duo who, you know, Rodgers and Hammerstein in the day were like Hamilton is today, right?
Yeah.
They were very cutting edge. Their shows had, you know, such potent messages in them. And, you know, it's always great. They're some of the greatest writers of all time in musical theater, right?
Kind of cutting edge for the time, too. A lot of innuendo that I think went over people's head. At least it did when I was in the show, when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah. And they had, you know, bullying and race issues. I mean, they were really, it was pretty great stuff. I mean, that's what I grew up on, right? All those movies with Rodgers and Hammerstein, and, you know, and people are still doing those shows today. So, yeah, great.
Yeah. All right. Then you got, were you a fan of the show Glee, Tim?
I was for a while.
Yeah, same.
And then it kind of, you know, once that original kind of group lost its steam and they started replacing them, then I didn't care anymore. Right.
Same. I love the first season, though. It was one of the funniest shows I've seen. I love Jane Lynch, and I like Matthew Morrison is coming to the Capitol Theater with Rhythms and Revelations. Tell us about that show.
Tomorrow night, you know, he's, you know, star on Glee. He's done quite a few Broadway shows, and he's just going to entertain us with music, right? It's a concert with him.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he doesn't do this often. He doesn't tour. And so I thought, you know, there's a good kind of guy that I would love to share with people. Right.
He's incredibly talented, and he sang on Glee, and he was funny. I don't know why he's not a bigger star, to be honest with you, because I think he's got tons of talent.
I agree. He hasn't done a Broadway in a while. He did like the musical version of Finding Neverland, that movie, and he did the original. He was in the original cast of Hairspray back in the day as a young guy, and he's very good.
Yeah,
he's very good.
He's kind of like Jonathan Groff, maybe a little bit. Like he was in Glee too, but he was here's a guy that then he goes and he does Mindhunter, where he's a profiler for the FBI. That guy's crazy talented too.
Yeah, and he's in the prime right now in New York. I mean, he opened a show last spring called Just in Time, which was a Bobby Darin musical.
Oh, sweet.
And he's still running it like now. And then so he was Tony nominated for that. The year before, they did a Stephen Sondheim revival of Merrily We Roll Along, and Jonathan Groff won the Tony for that. And he was the original King in Hamilton.
Yeah.
He is a really talented guy. I would love him to do a concert and tour. He would sell really well.
Absolutely. You guys also have this band, not band, but these singers I keep missing. They're a cappella singers, the Mad Hatters from UW.
Oh my God, they are so great.
That's what I hear. I want to get them on the show.
You should get them on the show. They've been performing way before I even got to Madison.
Yeah.
And for years they've always been in our building with the show, and they haven't been I don't think they've done a show in our building since COVID. So it's great that they're back in, because they're so good. Like they could go professional. They're so good.
But it changes, right? Can you only be in the band when you're at school, like when you graduate?
Yeah, I think they're
done?
I think they're just college students. So, it's a tough group to get in, I know, with their audition process, because they have a lot of people interested to be in the group.
That sounds like a great show. That's November 15th, the Mad Hatters. Let's see what else we got. David Sedaris coming up, Tim. That's exciting. I think we've talked about him before.
I know. I just love him.
He's great.
He is the nicest man.
Really?
And you wouldn't expect it, right? Like because his writing can be very caustic,
Right.
But, before the show, he's out in the lobby signing. And then he goes and does the show. And then after the show, he goes back into the lobby again. And he stays there signing until everybody's done. Sometimes it's a couple hours afterwards. And for him, he talked about it one time in one of his shows, because we have him like every other year. He talked about in one of his shows that he gets a lot of inspiration from what the audience is saying to him.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
And then he'll just write the weirdest stuff in your cover of your book, right? I like broccoli, David Sedaris. He's funny. Again, easy. He's such an easy, great guy to work with.
And that to me is like, I love when I go see movies and there's a Q&A after. I mean, you can't beat if he's hanging out after the show and before the show. You can't. That's worth the price of admission right there. So
and not everybody does that, right? And so it's just you're seeing it more and more, though. I think with shows, a lot of the shows now have. Well, a lot of them want the VIP experience afterwards, and people pay extra to go do that. And I was like, I like the ones who come out and just really hang with the audience and talk to them, right? Because
totally agree.
That's the fans who put you where you are.
Absolutely. And that's a week from tonight, folks. That's October 22nd at I think it's at the Capitol Theater. No, Overture Hall, right?
No, it's an Overture Hall. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The one I want to add. Do you know, before we, Book of Mormon, I mean, it's in a near sellout. People still love that show. Oh my God, it is so funny. Those South Park guys. I'm curious to see it because they've updated it since we've had it. And so I'm kind of curious to see what they did with it. Because there were some very questionable, there's always questionable things in their material. Right? And so I'm curious to see if they,
So
but
what
do you
were
know
you gonna
Lucy
say?
Darling? Do you know Lucy Darling?
I do not. No, I don't know her.
Look her up. She's coming in October 25, next week, I guess already. Jeez. And she was like a social media star. The agent when the agent presented, like pitched her, and I was like, I don't even know who she is. And he's like, look her up. And she has like millions of followers. And she's kind of this like throwback Vegas type variety performer. She does magic and crowd control. And she's at a sellout with the show. And she like rented a theater out in like Portland or Seattle and sold thousands of tickets quickly. And so one of the big agencies picked her up and is doing this tour. So I'm kind of really looking forward to seeing her, what she's like. Because one of the things that's hard with these like social media stars and TikTok stars, and do they have a full show?
We've
right. Can
talked
they
about that
transfer
before.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
We probably have, So I'm very interested in her show next week.
That sounds really cool. And then my guest is Tim Sowers. He is the Chief Artistic Experiences Director at the Overture Center in Madison. There is always so much going on there, folks. One more I want to ask you about, Tim, before I want to ask you what you're watching, is you got a Halloween show coming up on the 30th called Mariachi Rock Revolution. Can you tell us about
I know. And I mean, they mix rock with mariachi music. and I've not seen their full show. I've only seen clips, and I'm curious about that one too.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
look at
guy's
the
got,
image.
like-
The image is really
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's
Their video work
excellent.
is really cool. It's a great idea.
Right.
Right. I think it's a great idea.
Right, for Halloween. Absolutely.
It's funny, and we do some school shows around some of these shows too. And the mariachi show, we're doing a performance for schools, and that sold out really quickly. They're really interested in that.
Oh, sweet. Do you guys do that a lot? Do you bring kids in from schools periodically just to keep the interest going with the younger generation?
We have a whole series. We do, I think last season we did 17,000 tickets.
Oh my gosh.
To shows. And some are just brought in for school shows, but we do a lot of I do a lot of connecting it to the bigger shows.
Oh, that's
like in November we have a Cirque company coming in, Cirque Mechanics, and they're going to do a school show with the kids. And we always do a couple of our National Geographic speakers. They'll do school show for the kids and stuff. And it's hard these days in education, and I'm still glad that our community is still coming to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim Sowers is here. We're going to do a very short break, and then I'm going to come back and ask Tim what he's watching. I'm always curious to know. Tim's got great taste in TV, and you're not going to want to miss that. It's coming up next on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Connecting audiences, powering brands. This is Civic Media. Learn more at civicmedia.us/advertise.
As a U.S. Navy veteran and business owner, I've lived through moments where every detail counts, and I carry that into mass appeal. That's why I personally ensure we deliver top quality promotional materials like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more to help your company, whether it is a local business or school, gain the visibility it needs to thrive. Your logo is our business, and we're here to make your vision come true.
Go to massappealwi.com or drop by their shop on Lineville Road, just off Highway 41.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, Civic.
Oh, you've been on a fast train, and it's going off the rail, and you can't come back.
Welcome
can't
back.
Come back again.
On the home stretch here, folks, it's been great being able to talk to you tonight and have you guys interact and send us texts. Just love that when you guys interact. From the 608, this is Kelly from Madison. Not sure if anyone said this grouch yet. Mel from the sitcom Alice. He was a great one. Vic Tabak. Flo would always respond to his grouchiness with "Kiss my grits." Outstanding. Great one, Kelly. Thank you. And then on social media, Trig Rude said, Mr. Roper? Forgot about that one. Another great one. And DP Carlson, my kid, Oscar. Okay. Great stuff. I hope you're doing well, DP. Right now, folks, we have a couple more minutes with our current guest, Tim Sowers. He is the Chief Artistic Experiences Director at the Overture Center in Madison. They do great stuff there. And we've been talking about some of the things they have coming up. Tim, I lied. I have one more thing to ask you about, and it's deep water and the sea freaks me out. I'm not a fan, so I'm kind of intrigued by it. You have something coming up October 4th called A Pirate's Life with archaeologist Lisa Briggs. That's at the Capitol Theater.
November, right?
Yeah, November 4th. It
yeah,
doesn't
it's part
look
of the
like
National Geographic, yeah.
That looks so cool.
Those
She's
speakers are great with National Geographic. Some of them do creep you out, right? Like,
yeah.
So she's an archaeologist who does all that digging and stuff down into the sea. I think she'll be really interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm in love. But I can't, I hate it. I hate the sea. I have no desire. But this, here it is right here. Set sail on a thrilling adventure with archaeologist Lisa Briggs. Dive into the Mediterranean. This looks fantastic. So where people, did they just go to the website to get tickets for all these great shows, Tim?
Yeah, just overture.org, and they can go into the events and see them all listed. We do a good job of just having a nice big old list. There's so many shows at Overture Center. We have 9 resident companies and lots of people who come in and use the building, and it's always vibrant and always great.
It's a great gig you got there, sir. What are you watching, Tim? Anything you could recommend?
Well, I'm on the new season of Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
I love that. The new season of Slow Horses.
I'm digging that. Do you like it?
Oh my God, I love that show so much. It'll be curious because the writers are leaving after this season.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think the main writer is leaving after this season.
Oh,
so
okay. Like the showrunner?
I hope they can keep it up because, boy, that cast is phenomenal.
Yeah, the actors are great. The writing it's just a great show.
Yeah. And this weekend I just watched Annie Hall.
Love it.
In memory of Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
I was sad when I thought that made me sad, that one. And that movie still holds up. It was still really good.
Yeah, I just watched it maybe a couple years ago. I don't know if you noticed this. I was talking about this, or when she died, we were talking about Annie Hall, and they spelled Christopher Walken's name wrong.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't notice that. I know. All the young people in there, like Jeff Goldblum has one line.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's Jeff Goldblum. Like,
I forgot my mantra.
Right. Like, I thought that was, I was like, wow, I hadn't seen that in I don't know how many years, right? And probably when I saw it, I was too young to understand most of it.
Yeah.
So
No, I just
wanna
like
go
the
back
comedy.
And watch some of those because we don't really get a movie like that anymore very much, and I don't know. It's some of those. Woody Allen was good. I mean, he has a lot of good movie. Hannah and Her Sisters is one of my favorite all-time movies of all time.
Yeah, Bullets Over Broadway. I mean, he's got movies you forgot about. You know what I mean?
Radio
like he's got,
just fun.
They're all outstanding. And Diane Keaton. But Annie Hall is probably that's in my top 10 of any movie. I
would have to say it's probably there for me too.
Yeah. Tim, always fun, my friend. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Keep watching TV. Keep bringing us the great live shows, and we'll do it again, I hope.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, buddy. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks,
Bye.
Tim. That's Tim Sowers. Check out overture.org. Great shows coming up there, and such a variety of shows. Lots of fun. I've only been in there twice, Con. Do you know that? You realize that?
I didn't.
Yeah. We were going to go see some Christmas show there last year, but my daughter couldn't because it was a show she really wanted to see, but we were not able to make it, unfortunately. But we have to get down there this year. It's fun at the holidays. Just a great space. What do you think about this this new Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen? You're a big Seth Rogen guy.
I'm definitely going to see that. It looks hilarious.
It does.
I saw the trailer and I was like, this movie was made for me.
Yeah, and Keanu Reeves plays a ne'er-do-well angel. It's just funny that they have him in a comedy role. I think that's so great. I'm looking for the title of it, though, because I think I just did this in the beats, and I don't even know if I said the title. All right, maybe you could find that. I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't see it. I want to make sure that it's in the beats. I'm telling people go see a movie. I didn't give the title. That is opening this weekend. Yeah.
It's called Good Fortune.
Good Fortune, right. And it's, it looks great. It's got really good reviews, like on Rotten Tomatoes. It's crushing. So that is something I would recommend. Also, Black Phone 2. Did you ever see the original?
I'm not a scary movie guy, so.
I'm not either, but this is one I might have to check out. People love this film, and it's horror, and it's getting good reviews, about 80%, just like the first one. And then also Ed Helms. I love Ed Helms. Everything Ed Helms does. He is in a new movie called, where is it? Stunt Driver. The Stunt Driver. So
we still got to get to one more text.
Do we? Oh, we got a Steady Eddie text.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. I got all caught up. Let's see if we can get through that. All right, here's Steady Eddie. Oh, Tom Minono says, Lou Grant, that's a great one. Steady Eddie says, Pete, my favorite Grouch once stated, I wouldn't join any club that would accept me as one of its members. Groucho Marx, great quote, Steady Eddie. I love that one. Honorable mentions Oscar the Grouch, who once famously said, go away. Number 2, The Grinch That Stole Christmas. The Grinch is such a gloomy, grumpy Grouch every day. To you, Mr. Grinch, I say, go away. Let Cindy Lou Who and the Who children sing and play. Oh, Mr. Grinch, you're a mean one. You have a heart that is so small I wouldn't touch you with a 30.5-foot pole. Steady Eddie, outstanding stuff. We are coming back tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody. On behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad, good night, Wisconsin.
My heart shivers in